A little over a year ago, summer, in July, I was working in Bog Springs in Lakes, Arkansas. My job there was camp counselor. I was one of 8, and our job was to go work zip line, work the power pole, and work rock wall. We also worked the kitchen. We'd wash all the dishes, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We'd be up at 6 a.m., eating breakfast 6:30, and waiting for the swarm of kids to come in and give us their nasty plates. One of our biggest jobs was to make sure that everybody staying in the dorms was comfortable. All the AC was working, the water was working. Make sure that there weren't any animals that got in there, any possums or nothing. If there was, we'd be the ones to go and fetch them. Well, I believe it was a couple days after July 4th, around July 7th or so, I get a phone call from our mom telling me that our house has caught fire. She says it was pretty bad and that they're doing everything they can to put it out, but that there was no way that we would be able to stay there that night or for a while. So of course I'm shocked. I don't know what to say. Ask if I need to go over there, be with them or what. And she told me no, since there's nowhere for us to stay, it would be just more hectic to find a place for me to sleep, because I'm a pretty big guy, and it'd just be easier for me to stay at the camp where I'm already at. So I tell her okay. We hang up the phone, and I didn't know what to do. Felt useless, felt like I was doing the wrong thing, felt like I should be there with my family, but in reality, I would have just been in the way. We weren't able to actually do any of the cleaning up or picking up around the house until 2 weeks after the fire, because we still had insurance to come in and assess the damages, and we had people come in and look at it, and so we go from not even knowing what we're gonna do when it comes to tearing down what is left or fixing everything that did mess up, did catch fire, did get mold, does have smoke damage. Because the whole house was good. All that really caught fire was the ceiling of the house and the whole attic. The base of the house was good. The walls, most of the framing for the walls was good. We had a lot of water damage, a lot of mold, a lot of smoke damage. So everything that we had in there, all of our furniture and everything, had to be thrown out. All was moldy. A lot of our clothes, some of it caught fire. We had ceilings caving in. So we didn't know what to do. And my dad started talking to the adjuster, and they said, you know, would pay you for you to fix everything, and started thinking about it, and he was like, no, I don't want to live in a house where you can still smell the smoke. So what we did was we tore everything down. We left the exterior, the back and the side exterior walls, the brick walls, not the framing. We tore everything else down. We ended up extending out the base of the house, the concrete, made the house a little bit bigger. We made the house taller. We gave it a second story, half of a second story. So all in all, it all turned out pretty well. It all turned out in our favor. And we are currently living in our house. Now our new house. My dad and I built it ourselves, mostly.